Welcome back to the Legion training series. In today's training, I want to talk about the individual search capability. And I want to discuss how we're going to be able to use this when we're in a setting where we're not necessarily canvassing. Maybe we're in a store or another retail location or anywhere that we might be dealing with an individual and not wanting to have to go through an entire canvassing source to be able to find information on them. Okay, and so if we're doing this on a regular basis and or we want to find a certain individual who is in our market or the area in which we're able to serve, what we want to do is be able to first of all have a territory set up that will be able to handle this individual search. Okay, so for example, again, if I'm working in individual stores or again run into somebody, what I need to do is create a territory that will contain all of the homes that I'm looking for in that area. So for example, I have a test organization here and I'm going to create a test area for the entire state of Utah. And so I'm going to come in and do the new territory select. Again, to be able to use the search, you must be inside of a territory, not inside of an organization. Okay, so under this organization, I'm going to create a new territory. I'm going to do new territory to select. I'm going to give this a name just so we know what it is, and we'll call this Brett area. And now I'm going to define the boundaries of this territory. Okay, so as I come in, I'm going to click on the boundaries button. It'll take just a second to give me the available shapes that I have. And again, if I'm looking for an individual search, I'm going to take a larger section and light that up. So I'm actually going to do the state of Utah. So I'm going to light up Utah, and now I'm going to go ahead and click Finish. Now, once I have this created, you'll notice that it's here on the left-hand side. This is something that I can work on a regular basis. So if I'm working at a retail location or other store of any sort, and someone walks into my store anywhere in Utah, I'm going to be working inside of this Brett territory here that you see. Okay? Now, once I'm inside of that territory, I can either come in and zoom in and find homes anywhere there. Again, if I were to zoom into any of these cities, I will go all the way down and actually see dots inside of there because, again, I'm in a territory. But say someone walks into my retail location, is interested in the services that I'm offering, all I need to do is click on the search button at the top, and you'll notice that we have quite a bit of information we're going to need right here from them. Okay, we don't search by name, we search by address and zip and state and country. We don't oftentimes have to have all of that information before it starts to surface results, but we don't search by name simply because we're doing this all based around location. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and type in here an address, and you'll notice that as I do that, it is going to then bring up some information for me. So this is the address I'm looking for, 95 Bridger Circle in Woodland Hills, Utah. If there are other options that meet that criteria so far, they will be here as well, okay? But that happens to be the home that I'm looking for. So 95 Bridger Circle. I go ahead and click on that. You'll notice that it's then going to zoom in on that home. And let me go to satellite view so you can see, but now that's the actual home that I'm looking for. So I'm sitting there with the customer and they say, yes, this is me. If I go ahead and click on the white dot, then you'll notice that I'm right back to where I am normally, and I'm able to start working that home as I would any other home inside of a territory that I found the more traditional way. Okay, so again, here's where we come in. We now have image of the home. We have all of the details that we're used to, as well as the ability to come in and go through proposal and so on and so forth. Okay, now if it comes in and you don't have a dot on the home, and these are I'm going to show you an example here, but say you find one that just puts a red dot on the home and not the white dot, which indicates the data there. That's okay. All you need to do is push and hold on that area, and it's going to bring up the ability to add that information in. Okay, so again, if I'm sitting there, it's going to put a red dot wherever the address is, but for whatever reason, maybe we don't have all of the usual data for that person. No problem. Again, push and hold on that location, and it's then going to bring up this dialog box that will allow you to put that in and enter that information for them. Okay, so that's it for the search capability for today. Again, you can do that inside of any territory of any size. The other thing I do want to cover briefly is that if I'm inside of a given territory that I've created, I can also search right here. So if I've looked for and zoomed in on a number of homes, I can also search for that here. But if I'm doing an individual search, this is traditionally the best way to do that, because you're going to get to the point where you have a dot on the home much quicker and not make you wait while you're there face to face with that customer. Okay, that's it for today. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you on the next training.